Welcome back. I'm Carissa, and this is Carissa's Confirming Corner. And today, I'm just going to go from the hip to this morning. I want to talk about how not to let the devil use you. There's so many ways he can use you. You don't have to physically be doing anything like robbing banks or killing people or even doing anything what we call sin. He could use you by just taking your mind. He could use you by just allowing you to say things out your mouth that you shouldn't say. The devil doesn't care how he uses you as long as he uses you. Every sin begins with a thought. Once the devil enters our mind, we must rebuke him right then. Just like any other poison, if we don't get rid of it, it will fester. And so once you think about it, then it goes to your heart, then you commit it. You must rebuke him at the first sight. We got to be careful what we put our mouth on. I know we consider it as venting and getting things off our heart and off our mind, but we must be careful because the devil has his little imps just sitting there ready to snatch it as soon as you say it. And then he will use it against you. He will use it against you. He doesn't care. You're wondering why you're thinking all these kind of crazy thoughts and thinking that people are talking about you or saying things about you. He knows what buttons to push on you. He knows what would tick you off. He knows what make you step outside the will of God. He knows. He's steady taking inventory of everything you say and do. We must be careful. And we must not allow the devil to use us. We must make a declaration and say, the devil will not use me. He will not use me. We have a choice in the matter. The devil can't make you do anything. He only can do what you allow him to do. We must take a stand, and we must take a stand with our youth. The devil is using them just by the music they're listening to. He's putting all that poison into their minds, and they're wondering why they're upset for no reason, want to fight, want to kill people. Look at these video games they're watching. Even us adults. We think that we have it together, that we're not susceptible to the attacks of the enemy, but we couldn't be further from the truth. We must guard everything. We must guard our eyes, our minds, our mouths, our ears, our hands, our feet. We must pray of ourselves every day. I never leave the house without praying over me and my children. I pray for our mind, that it keep it stayed on God and remove any thoughts that shouldn't be. I pray for our eyes that we don't see anything that we shouldn't see. I pray for our ears that we don't hear anything that we shouldn't hear. I pray for our nose, removing infection from our body. I pray for our mouths that we don't say, eat, drink, or put anything in it that we shouldn't. I pray for our hearts to remove anything that's not of God. You don't want anything to set root in your heart. I pray for our hands that we don't touch anything we shouldn't touch. And I pray for our feet that we don't go anywhere we shouldn't go. It's time that we put on the whole armor of God daily. Daily. The devil is not playing with us. He knows that he is running out of time and he's trying to get us at all costs. We must be on guard at all times. And we must not leave out of the house. We must not go anywhere unprotected. We need God's covering. We got to take a stand today not to let the devil use us. Today, I challenge you to take that stand with me. Tell the devil he will no longer use you and that you rebuke him in the name of Jesus. Because the Bible tells us to resist the devil and he will flee. Not that he would think about fleeing, but he will flee. Take back control of your life. I pray that this was a blessing to you. Please click subscribe below and share this with someone. Allow this to be a blessing to them as well. And remember, when you're down to nothing, God is up to something.